Ryan Copeland coming off the Jesse's girl from Rick Springfield. Oh man. So you know, I still coach CYO basketball. Anybody basketball fans here? Huh? Yeah. I coach over at St. Stephen's. I coach 7th grade boys. They're 13 years old. It's unfortunate though, they're the St. Stephen's Cougars. Kind of an unfortunate mascot name for a bunch of 13-year-old boys. They don't have numbers on their back. They have pictures of Courtney Cox. So it's good. I'm a big baseball fan. How did the Giants get beat today? Yeah. That's all right. 4-2. I used to collect baseball cards as a kid. And you know, remember you used to be able to rub the nickel on the back of the baseball card? Would tell you something exciting about the player. Like you get Ted Williams' card, rub the nickel on the back and say, Ted Williams at 406 in 1941. But for the shitty players, they never knew what to put on the back of their cards. Get a guy like Whitey Herzog, lifetime batting average about 110. Rub the nickel in the back. Whitey's wife is a stewardess. Likes to hunt and fish in the off-season. Whitey's a shitty hitter. Okay. You ready for your next act? I love this guy. Let's get excited here. Come on now, get excited now. Come on. This guy's not only a great comic, he was a writer on The Simpsons forever, and a very funny guy. This weekend, he'll be co-headlining the Walnut Creek Punchline with Ray Hanna. So check that out. I almost got there. Would you please welcome the very funny Dana Gould, everybody? Please welcome Ben Sutherland. The voice of Ozzy Osbourne and the dress sense of Ozzie Nelson. He's bringing Argyle back. It's nice to see so many people in the park who don't actually live in the park. I had a very strange thing happen to me yesterday. I was in Mill Valley and I met a guy who wasn't an architect. I'd like to tell you a couple small things about myself. I was born on August 24th, 1964, which is exactly 9 months and 2 days after the Kennedy assassination. Which tells you all you need to know about how my father processes grief. Apparently, Lee Harvey Oswald wasn't the only fella to get off a lucky shot that day. I've never slept with a virgin. But I make up for it in strange ways. For example, I love breaking the seal on a new peanut butter. But you've got to get really, no, I'm not going to finish that. But if I did, I would have said the word hard. But this is a family show. My year started rather strangely. I lost my wedding ring. I was in one of those, a divorce. Nothing good ever comes from a conversation that starts with, "Hi honey, you're probably wondering why I cut your eyes out in our wedding photo." It's kind of a drag to go through. In fact, I would say it's the Beatles of drags. If that represents the most you can be of a thing, then by that definition, the Rolling Stones are the Beatles of music. Not counting the Beatles.
John Lennon is the Beatles of the Beatles. Pete Townsend was not the Beatles of the Who. Keith Moon was the Beatles of the Who. So when Mick Jagger writes about Pete Townsend, you have to believe him. Because only the Beatles of the Rolling Stones knows who the Rolling Stones of the Who is. I'd now like to do a new thing that I wrote on my way here from the airport. If the internet has done one good thing, it's cut down on alien abductions. If you remember in the 90s, before Wi-Fi, they could not get enough farmer tale. And that was because they were only gauging humanity by what they saw on television. But now that they have access to the internet and they see all of the stuff we do, they don't seem as eager to hang out with us. It's sort of like, hey, you want to go to Earth? Is that the planet with the two girls with the cup? Maybe not so much. Because as wonderful and tremendous as humanity is, we are judged and held by the depths of our depravity. Imagine if you had a friend, really handsome guy, tall, muscular, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, lantern jaw, nicest guy in the world. But he had one eye missing. And instead of a fake eye, he just had a hole, and in the hole was a small baby owl building a nest from twigs and bits of string. That would be all you could think about when it came to your well-intentioned and handsome friend. If he was the spokesman for a charity, they wouldn't want him to be the spokesman for that charity. You're probably looking at the baby owl in my eye socket, but I'm here to talk to you about being a big brother. One? All right. Because the fact of the matter is, sadly, life does not always work out the way you wish. We live in a world where cats kill rats, dogs kill cats, homeless dogs are held in horrible shelters, and maybe one day a young couple adopts a dog and brings it home, and that dog is their baby until they get a real baby. Then the dog is demoted to dog. He's still around, but he doesn't star on the Christmas card anymore. And one day maybe he'll had enough and he'll just run away. And that night he'll almost get run over because a guy driving a Mack truck wasn't paying attention and he ran a red light because he was too busy texting his wife, maybe it's time we adopted a dog. I've seen too many bald guys with ponytails to expect this world to make sense. Every time I see a guy in a wheelchair, he's wearing running shoes. If you think the world should make sense, try explaining to a homeless guy how expensive it is to go camping. Thank you very much.